Wait.
Hi, good morning, children. Previous class, I taught about properties of gases. I think you studied that. Today, I am going to teach events steps in respiration. Properties of gas. Then first one, breathing. Breathing, the air movement into out of lungs. The air going to the lungs and from the lungs some air come out. This process is breathing. Next one is gaseous exchange at lungs level. Gaseous exchange at lungs level. Exchange of gases between alveoli and blood. Next part is gas transport by blood. Transport of oxygen from blood capillaries to the alveoli to the cells and return of carbon dioxide. Next, gaseous exchange at tissue level. Exchange of oxygen from blood to cells and carbon dioxide from cells to blood. Next one is cellular respiration. Using oxygen in a cell process to produce carbon dioxide and water and releasing energy to be used for a life process. By these headings, generally we can understand the respiration process. Next, I am going to teach about breathing. What air is we are breathe out. Through one experiment, we can understand. As shown in the chart, we have to arrange the apparatus. Two test tubes are there. From there, two pipes are connecting. And in one test tube, we are filled with lime water. And another test tube we filled with normal water. And we are introducing the air comes from our mouth to tube which is we filled lime water, and we are normal air we are introducing through the syringe to the which test tube we filled with water. Then we will see the which test tube we are filled with lime water and which air we introduced from our mouth. That test tube change into white precipitate. That means the presence of carbon dioxide only, the lime water turns milky. From this experiment we understood what air we are breathe out. From our breathe out, the carbon dioxide released out from our body through the lungs. Next I am going to teach about pathway of air. Pathway of air. This is the diagram of a respiratory system. See children, this part is a nostril. Through this opening from our outside, the air enters into the nasal cavity. This part is the nasal cavity. Inside of the nasal cavity, moisture layer is there and hairy structures are arranged the walls of the nasal cavity. This helps to remove some dead particles from the air. And next is when the air is passed through the nasal cavity, this will support it to close the temperature to the body temperature, and then it makes more moisture. And the moisture and warm air Next will pass to the pharynx. This is the parts pharynx, just below side of the nasal cavity. Here the common way of the food and air through the its respective tubes, food, respiratory system and digestive system. And next part is the larynx. Larynx is here stiff box. Here only our vocal box is situating. And when the air is passed from our lungs through the pharynx over the vocal cords, here is the vocal cords present. When it is passed over the vocal cords will vibrate. This produces the sounds based on our speech, sings, etc. And from there, next extending part is one tube-like structure is called trachea. This is through this or trachea or windpipe. Through this, the wind is going the way of the lungs. From there, the base of the trachea, the tube is divided into two parts, two branches or bronchi, and this one lead to each lungs. The lungs has two parts. Each branch is lead to each parts, and each branch further divided into number of branches in each lungs. They are called bronchioles. There many branches are there. At the terminals of the bronchioles, many of air sacs are terminates and clusters formed. This part I cleared here. This is called alveoli. The inside of the alveoli many of blood capillaries are there. Here only the exchange of gases takes place. And from there, next part, the lungs. This part is lungs. This is the diagram of the respiratory system of a man. Once again, I will explain the pathway of air. First I explained nostrils. Air usually enters through the nostrils. Next I explained nasal cavity. Here air is filtered, the moist surface of the lining of the nasal cavity and hairs growing from each side removes some of the tiny particles of the dust in the air, and it is helps to close the temperature to the body, and it takes the water vapor, absorb more water vapor, so that it become more moist than before ever. Next I explained pharynx. Warming and moist air goes on this common passage of digestive and respiratory system. Here also I showed you epiglottis. This is the epiglottis parts. This will regulate the passage of air and food to its respective way. And larynx, next part I explained, larynx, the larynx is a stiff box. There is our vocal cord present. When the air passes from the lungs and over the vocal cords. The vocal cords will vibrate. This leads to produce the sounds of our speech, songs, etc. Next what I explained, trachea, windpipe, channeling air, lungs. Then you can, by touch, you can see the trachea, you can feel it. And next what I said, branches, it is the lower side of the trachea, branched to one lead to part of one lung and one lead to another part of lung. From there, further the branches divided into many branches. These are called bronchioles. And the terminal part of the bronchioles, there are clusters of air sacs are there. The air sacs inside, blood capillaries are there. There the gases exchange takes place. After next part is blood. From there, the exchanged air will go through the blood to the cells. Then all passage from the nostrils to alveolus is moist and warm. The interior lung is divided into millions of small chambers. The interior lung is divided into millions of small chambers. This tremendously increasing the moisture surface available for a transfer of gases between air and blood. The lining of the lungs are much folded. The lining of the lungs are much folded. So their total surface is enormous. They can fill much air while we are breathing. And when we are breathing, we can our lungs can store much air for our life process. So if all that, another thing very important knowledge I am giving to you. If all alveoli of our lungs are spread out, we know alveoli, when we observe the alveoli in the diagram, it is looking like small clusters like that. But when it is spread out, they will over an area of 160 meters square. It is equal to one tennis court. It is equal to one tennis court. That much it can spread if it is spread out. So it is situated in our lungs. It is helping to exchange of the gases inside our lungs, and that gases we are using for our life process. Next I am going to teach epiglottis and a passage of air. Where is the epiglottis present? Where is the pharynx? There the epiglottis present. From the nasal cavity, the air goes into the pharynx. There is a tricky problem here from the pharynx. There are two passages beginning with nearly same opening. From where in the pharynx, from the same point, two ways are starting. One is food pipe, our digestive part. One is our windpipe, our respiratory part. Here, the epiglottis is helping to regulate food and air, and it is important to regulate when the air goes into and food into their ways. It is also important that food that does not enter the tube through which air goes into the lungs. While the air is going to the respiratory system, it will stop. The food don't enter to the respiratory tube. It is regulating. The traffic is kept properly channeled flap-like valve, the epiglottic tube to the lungs, arresting entry of the food. When we are taking the food, the epiglottis is partially closed. Why? Because the food don't enter to our respiratory tube. To prevent that, the epiglottis is partially closed. But when it is taking air, breathing time, complete parts of the epiglottis will open. So we can take much more air into our bodies, to the lungs. The epiglottis opens more widely when we take breath and air enters the lungs. And next we can do one activity to try how the epiglottis working and feel that what happens when we swallow the food. Then in the textbook explained activity 1, keep your palm around an inch away from your nose here. And you continue your breathing. Do not remove until finish your activity. Breathe steadily for 1 to 2 minutes. Now take one piece of fruit and chew it well. And before swallow the food, you keep your finger of another hand. You want to press on your throat part and you swallow and you feel. How you feel it, you observe. While you take the food, the epiglottis will close the respiratory parts. Half only it will close, because when we take the food it will close. It will prevent any food particles goes through the food pipe. This is only we will observe in the activity. Okay, thank you children. Today's class finished.